A narrow forest street. There was a narrow street in the Black Forest, a region renowned by its dense forests, narrow valleys and touristic sites. This narrow pathway served as a vital link, connecting the serene hamlets nestled upon the mountains with the bustling main road situated in the valley below. Its width was indeed meagre, so much so that vehicles approaching from opposite directions were compelled to decelerate, ensuring a secure passage past one another. However, the narrowness proved problematic for the local infrastructure administration, personified here as Robin. Voicing his concerns, Robin remarked, "This street poses a safety hazard. We must undertake a road construction project to widen its dimensions." In that moment, Robin's determination to effect change was palpable. He embarked on a journey to the notorious narrow road, aiming to closely assess the situation firsthand.
It was a cloudy yet hot day, and I was searching for ingredients near a remarkably modest street that led down the valley. I typically avoid populated areas, opting for the soothing tranquility of the forest. However, the nettles were growing so abundantly near the little creek beside the street. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hermione, the local forest witch. Little did I realize at that time that I would later have an impact on infrastructure decision-making. As I ventured out to gather those precious nettles, I noticed a young man standing thoughtfully by the roadside. Now I know his name is Robin.
So I took a closer look to assess the situation. I looked around and realized that my concerns were not unfounded. This street was way too narrow. Another car nearly scratched my side mirror, and when a bus approached me from the opposite direction, I had to slightly veer off the road together with the bus so it could pass. I just had this voice in my head telling me, "You need to take action." But as my mind finished that sentence, I noticed a young woman with a robe standing on higher ground near me. As she realized I had seen her, she quickly walked into the forest. I had a distinct feeling that something was amiss.
Hermione took her wand and used the summoning spell to conjure a large glass of ice-cold water into her hand.
Accio. Well, I also want one now for myself. Accio. I will have a talk with that guy now and find out what he's doing here in my forest with that narrow street.
Hermione walked up to Robin, who looked at her with a surprised expression on his face. She offered Robin the glass of water and said,
It's kind of a hot day, isn't it?
It surely is, it surely is. Thank you for the water. My name is Robin, and I'm concerned about the narrowness of this street.
Well, I noticed it too, that this street is quite narrow, so what are you going to do about it?
Hermione started drinking her water and smiled at Robin. Robin grinned and commented,
I think I will recommend road construction to widen the street's dimensions to make it safe.
Hermione looked sad and added,
Look, you might be surprised, but I am the local witch of this forest, and a lot of construction work would harm the peacefulness of my soul.
She caressed Robin's cheek.
But I also understand that you want to make the road safer.
Robin smiled before his overall expression looked thoughtful again.
You're a witch, right? Is there a way to utilize magic to manage the situation?
Hermione smiled brightly and said,
Yes, there is. I can cast a protection spell against misfortune on this street.
Robin nodded in approval of Hermione's idea. Hermione concentrated all her power to cast the spell effectively and make it last. When the work was complete, she turned to Robin and said,
Okay, the road is safe now, but you must promise me that you won't tell anybody that I am a witch. This needs to remain a secret.
Robin gazed deeply into Hermione's eyes and responded,
I promise that nobody will ever find out, but you must grant me a kiss.
Hermione blushed deeply and countered.
I will fulfill your wish.
She kissed Robin passionately. From that day onward, they both lived peacefully and happily. Thanks to Hermione's spell, the road never witnessed another accident, even though it was narrower compared to other roads.